Well, the chicken coop has been here for a while and the grass is all dead from the chickens, so it's time that I move it. So we're gonna do a little project. We got some free time today. We're gonna get this pen taken apart and we're gonna reconfigure it into a different form. We're gonna put it over here where that truck is at. We'll see how it goes. We'll let these guys out, walk around so they're not in my way. And we'll see how this goes. This is what it looked like before reconfiguring it. I'm trying to get more into my homesteading. I get so busy with work and caught up with work. I don't spend as much time outside as I would like to. I actually use sand in my chicken coops so that I don't have to constantly change out the bedding. See if we got any eggs. Yeah, we got an egg. Those are just wood pellets. So we're gonna configure something else up, and we'll see how it goes. I'll get back with you guys. I love being outside. I love being out in my own yard. Dog pens are like the easiest way to secure your chickens, but nothing can get to them. As you can see, they're out wandering around. Gonna take this thing down and reconfigure it. Oh snap, dropped my tools in the yard. Shout out to Backyard Boogie's channel. Kind of encouraging me to kind of do more with my little yard and actually starting to grow stuff, getting back into doing stuff with the chickens. It's actually very peaceful and calming working out here in the yard. I could have help, but sometimes it's just easier to do it by yourself. It's a little bit more physically taxing, but mentally it's a little bit less stressful when I just do it by myself. I don't have to explain everything. I just know what needs to be done, and I just get it done. Gnats everywhere out here. That's why I use these dog panels. It's so easy to take this apart and just move it somewhere else. I had those little plastic straps in there to stop stuff from snatching my small chickens out, because the chickens don't know not to sit. The little small baby chickens, they don't know not to stick their head through the fence. And so I had a raccoon or possum or something was pulling their heads through the fence and just cleaning off their necks. So that's what those straps were for. I think I got a hawk or something calling. My chickens are over there looking up and freaking out. I've had a lot of hawks around here, and a lot of predators in general take my chickens. The gnats are terrible. Keep my hat on. To work any overtime today, so I've been needing to get this chicken coop kind of freshened up or moved or something anyway, so kind of resetting the chicken coop, but it also resets me. I like to change things around. When things get stagnant, I like to change them around, so we're gonna put this back together over here and try to reconfigure another sleeping system for them. We'll see how it turns out. I got some ideas in my head, but we'll see how they go. I try to keep the chickens in areas where I don't really use this area for anything. Every once in a while I might drive through the yard, so I can still go around this and drive through the yard, so it's gonna be cool. It's gonna give them some fresh grass, and what I'm trying to do is possibly build something to where it's hanging off of the fence, to where I can just pick up the whole thing and move it to fresh grass every couple of days, because they will scratch the grass and then they will just completely ball the area. So I'm trying to make sure they always have fresh grass, because we don't always get to let them out because we got a lot of hawks and a lot of predators. Like on this side of my house, there's a big field right here, and then behind my house they grow hay back there, so it's all kind of predators that come through here. So this is my theory and my project. Something I kind of made for them to have some shade. But my idea is to mount that on the fence. So I got a couple options. I can run a 2x4 straight across and then just set it up there and kind of have it hovering. Or I can go buy some 4x4s and make some pillars and stand it up off the ground. That's another option, because moving that chicken coop back there is just so freaking heavy. I've done it by myself before, kind of did it Egyptian style, where I put some rollers on the ground underneath it and kind of rolled it, and that was not fun. My family started off helping me, but they weren't much of a help, so I got tired of having to tell everybody what to do and when to do it, so I was like, I'll just do it myself. But so my theory on this one is I'm going to take a couple of 2x4s. One second. This is my brain. I thought about this all day at work, how I can get this figured out. But so take some 2x4s, 2x4x10s, and run it all the way across the backside, and then screw them into the ends here, and then just sit this up here about this high or whatever, so the chickens can hop up there, and they will be out of the they'll be out of the sun, and they can have shade and they can have shelter, because it's so hot right now in the Midwest. Like the nights are 70, and that chicken coop gets pretty hot inside there, so I want them to have fresh air and stay cool, so they can kind of just camp out. That's one option. And then the other option would be making the pillars to where it stands up on its own. But I'm not really sure how I want to go about it. And so for the inside, to make a nesting box, what I was going to do is take the 2x4s like this right here, put them across, so like about right there, and then make some roosting bars for them, you know. And then the smaller one, I was gonna go and get some metal fencing that's really tight. It's not chicken wire, but it has really small holes in it, square boxes, and I was going to raise that up and then put that metal fencing on the back side of it, and it's gonna pretty much make a little bucket, like cup thing, right? And I was gonna get some straw and some hay and make a big giant nest box. So she can still lay her eggs on that side, and they will be off of the ground. And we come out and check the eggs every day anyway, so we can grab the eggs, but they'll have a place to nest, and then she will have a place to roost. So just trying to use what I got in the yard, not trying to invest a bunch of money into it, because I've already wasted a bunch of money so far on these chickens, and all these predators just keep eating them anyway. So we'll see. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do right now. I'll go ahead and get that fabricated up, because I'm gonna have to go to Lowe's and buy some wood to put across the backside anyway. So we'll see. Check out the chickens, they're over there next to the wood pile. So that's gonna be my wood pile / camping area. This is where we kind of camp at. I have a little kind of a perch set up for us to set up our hammocks. So we can set up a hammock from there to there and there to there. So me and my wife can camp out here. We can set a fire out here. I have my water drum up there. Well, she's been painting on it for me. And I'm gonna put my water drum back on top of the firewood. And that water is just for having extra water out here in case the well goes out or something, to be able to still water the chickens. But I was thinking about cutting the top of it off and maybe growing some tilapia in there. And then my pond, I never got around to getting a liner, and probably need to have it dug back out, because I've had fish in there several times, but it always ends up drying out, and the fish end up getting ate by whatever's coming through my yard. I remember as a teenager, I used to like to watch This Old House. I used to watch it whenever I would go to my grandma's house. Not necessarily though. I wanted to watch Baywatch, but she wasn't having that, so I have to watch This Old House instead of Baywatch. But I tried. Let me cut this wood real quick. See what we got. See if it fit. Son of a... It don't fit. Dang it. Looks like almost a whole 4th tooth long. I don't know what I did wrong. Unless I must have lined the blade up wrong. Dang it. That was my last 2x4 too. Have to go back to the store and get another one. Yeah, so what I did was, whenever I made that cut, I actually I wasn't paying attention to where my blade was lined up, and I cut it 1/4 of an inch too long. So, you know, players mess up. Hey, that's the difference. That's how much I shorted it. And that's what I needed. So I messed up. Oh well. So this is gonna be the nesting box, this whole area right here. And then I may put some, I may take that and cut it down to fit in between here. And then they'll have a couple of places to perch, like right in the middle. So if it's raining, they can get out of the rain and still have great airflow. So I'm gonna measure that off because I think the that metal fencing is like 24 inches by 10 feet. So I don't want any excess and I don't want to have to trim it. I want it to all line up perfectly. So let's see. Oh, that 24 feet is going to be way too long. Or 24 inches. That's going to bring me way out here to the middle. Yeah, that's going to bring me out to the middle. So not sure. I don't want to have to trim it though. So we'll see how I line it up. We'll see. Got it lined up. Running out of time. Still got to get up in the morning and work out, so got to get this done. So all this is a piece of cattle paneling that I folded over in between these wood and this piece of wood to kind of make a little shade spot for them. Freaking battery went dead. I got extras. I think the last time I used it is when I pull up my pull-up bar, so I got some work. So I'm kind of running out of time. So here's what it's going to look like though. So it'll be like that. And I'm going to build a nesting box on this side. And a couple of options, like I said, I could mount it to where it's, so what you do is you take a 2x4 and stick it on the outside. You take another 2x4 and stick it in the inside. Screw it together. Then you have to have some pillars in the front or something, or you put it in the corner. Just not sure what I want to do, but for what I'm going to do tonight, because I'm running out of light, I'm just going to throw it up on some center blocks. I got some extra center blocks all in my yard, so I'm going to grab some of those. Let's see. I got a bunch of center blocks, and then I got a bunch of those square bricks over there, so plenty of bricks around here. So the thing will be trying to get them to go in here tonight because this ain't where they normally sleep, so they probably won't want to go in here. And then also making sure nothing gets them tonight. I'm not sure if they're gonna go in here. All right, so show you what I mean by the center blocks. We will. Was a kind of a spur of the moment project. That gets them off the ground. I gotta take those other panels off so I can throw them across the, oh, I got panels. I really just need to take one more panel off to throw across the top and put these other two panels up there, and then they're straight. So I'm gonna do that before it gets too dark. So I have these kind of bracing bars up here. I'm trying to figure out one of these panels I'm gonna take. Should have asked my son to come out here and help me. Probably could have got this done a lot faster. But whenever I do this, it's kind of my me time also, because I actually enjoy it. It's a little hot today, but for the most part, it's not too bad. It's a little sweaty. It's a little humid. Oh, man. I'm surprised that didn't fall in that water. Normally, that's how stuff goes. I would not have been surprised if that fell in that water. Now we got a shelter. thing about whenever you use these dog pens, they come with this little hardware. But anytime you're taking them apart and put them together, kind of inevitable that you're going to drop one of those screws. And whenever you drop the screw, you can't buy those anymore. You have to get like some aftermarket ones. And they're not the same size. They're like a 15 millimeter. And the ones that come from the factory is like a 13. So you have to use two different sockets whenever you're doing this kind of stuff. I know from personal experience, I am soaked. It's like I've been working out or something. Make sure you guys can see that. I am soaking wet. Do a little bit of everything. I can work on a car. I can work on my house. A little bit of psychology. A little bit of homesteading. I actually do rocket science at my job. I can do a little bit of everything. I haven't mastered anything, but I can do a little bit of everything. Check out my chickens. Let's do this other side, and then we're gonna throw the top on this bad boy, and we're gonna go get some feed and trick them in there. And we will finish it up tomorrow. Maybe my son can finish it up for me. My son and my wife. Well, tomorrow's a short day, but it's my anniversary, so I'm gonna have to spend some time with my wife. So I won't be able to do this probably. But I'm gonna be off on Friday, so I can finish it up on Friday. Get up early in the morning, come out here and finish this up. Yeah, I like watching Backyard Boogie. I like watching what he does in his yard. Kind of motivates me to get back to it. Learn how to grow. That's what it's about. Being able to provide good, healthy food for your family. That's why I originally started the chickens. We've been staying in this house for about 7 years, and we've had chickens the majority of that time. Very peaceful here. You drop one of those screws, it's a wrap. Most of the time you can't find them. Unless you see exactly where it fell. It's a wrap on that bad boy. Try to make sure it's square. So now I'm gonna stick my bars across the top. Then I'm gonna throw my extra panels across the top. We'll go get some chicken feed and some water and put it in there with them. And then we'll call this a night. Chickens are back there trying to figure out what's going on with their house. Like, why is everything in disarray? But you probably won't lay for a couple days until she gets used to this new configuration. But my favorite time to work out here in the yard is like once it starts cooling off. Like the highs are like 70s, 75. The lows are like in the 50s. Oh, I love it. Trying to make sure that pole is straight. Looks good to me. We got one more bar to put up, and then we have to put up the panels. And then, like I said, we'll feed them and put them away. I have to cover them up at night because hawks will come down and get them if they're out like this right here. And if I just put them in there and didn't have anything around them, when my son lets them out tomorrow, something else might get them, dogs or something. So I have to keep them in here to keep them safe because my neighbor's dogs, everybody lets their dogs run, so got to keep them inside. All right, so we got the panels all put together. Now we got to get the panels on the top. Wrong way. excuse me. So now I'm going to get the rest of my brackets, go around and secure this down to where the raccoon can't crawl in there and get my chicken. Freaking not heavy. You grab your water. It's gonna take up too much space. I'm gonna go grab some feed and some water, and then we're gonna get them in there. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can get them in there. We'll see. Somebody's probably gonna actually. Back up and give him some space. That actually went pretty smooth. For the most part, you got to be smarter than a chicken. If I would have stayed up there and crowded his space, he would have been scared to go in. Good, freaking that. He would have been scared to go in there because this is a new situation. So give him some space, give him some food, give him his woman, give him some water. He got everything he needs. He's got shelter. He's good. Let's go out here and look at this mess that I made. I gotta pick all this up. As you can see, the sun is starting to set, so I ain't got much time. I gotta pick up all these little straps. I gotta pick up that stuff in the yard. This was the old chicken coop setup. As you can see, they killed the dirt, or they killed the grass. But at one time I had like 12 chickens in here, so they did that. But I just need to move them around more so they can have fresh grass all the time. Pond is dead. Needs a liner. I like to keep my grass pretty low. My neighbors, like I said, that's an empty lot. Well, there's a abandoned house on it, and behind me is a bunch of hay fields. So we got a lot of wildlife that comes through here. What do I need? Oh, okay. I need to get some like some purchase for them to kind of to get up off the ground. 1 second. sure. I'm pretty sure they won't sleep where they're supposed to. I guarantee they're gonna get on top of it. They can sleep up here if they want. We gotta close up these gaps. Got some pretty big gaps up there. Hopefully a raccoon doesn't come by and discover them gaps. Let's put him another perch up front. Put it a little lower. I guarantee you they will not sleep here. They will not sleep there. They will not sleep there. They're going to get on top of here and poop all over it, all down the sides, all in the water. They're going to poop everywhere where they're not supposed to be. That's just what they do. Chickens are not very bright. I got to get this egg out of here too. I need this wood. When it gets dark, I'm gonna come back out here. And I guarantee you they're gonna be on top of that house rather than being in the inside. They're gonna be on top of that instead of being in the inside. So you gotta bolt that top down. I'm gonna just leave the rest of this up there like it is for now. So my son can help me. He could do that tomorrow for me. I gotta I gotta get this finished because I gotta go shower up. Gotta shower up and then we'll call it a night. 8:20. I gotta be in the bed by 9. Another thing with these, they're a lot thicker, more heavy duty, but the bolts are a lot shorter. My rooster is not aggressive towards humans. He's not even aggressive towards other animals. Now he is aggressive towards other roosters though. He will fight other roosters. But for the most part, he's not aggressive. He's got some pretty big spurs on him. He could do some damage if he wanted to, but he's gonna die afterwards. So I don't know if it's worth it for him. It's gonna be a painful death too. They're trying to figure out what's going on. If a raccoon wanted to absolutely get in there, he could. He could crawl, maybe come in right here. But for the most part, I hope he doesn't. If he does, I'm gonna be pissed. But I hope he don't. I hope they don't. I hope they leave me alone. I hope they leave my chickens alone. But we're gonna get that other side bolted down. I think I'm gonna leave that stuff in the yard for a later day. I can ask my son to do it for me. But thank you guys for watching. This was just me killing some free time today. No overtime today, so kind of needed to do this. It's a lot easier for me to do it rather than explain to my family what I want done. Just do it myself. Well, thank you guys again for watching. Until next time, remember, if I can do it, you can do it. See you guys later. So they're in there, but they're not happy. They're pissed. Trying to get them to, I like for them to go under the tarp, but they're not wanting to. You need to move this, sir. They are pissed. They are pissed. see that fence is there. I'm gonna fly through the fence. Okay, buddy. They're used to being inside that chicken coop where they're nice and safe. They're not used to being outside, so they're not happy. We had already ended the video, but this is kind of like a bonus footage. Yeah, he's not happy. What are you doing, man? Get out of there. There you go. Follow her lead. Do what she's doing. Genius, you can't sleep back there. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, you freaking idiot. I knew it. That tarp is all dried out and it's ripping under his feet as he's doing that. Get down, man. Rip the freaking tarp. Get down. Get down. And now she's following his lead. I told you that's exactly what they were going to do. Freaking idiot. Get down. Get down and don't support your weight. Get off. Look at you. Get down. Get off of there. Ripping holes all in the tarp. Now you're going to get wet. Get off of there. Get down. Go in the inside. You can't sleep up there. Get off of there. Go. Yes, go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. You too. Get off of there. Get off of there. That's temporary. Get off. Get off. Chickens are dumb. Yeah, now go to sleep. See what I have to deal with? Freaking chickens. I'm done. I'm done. I'm irritated. Yeah, whatever. Put my stuff up. Call it a night. Alright, you guys, this was just bonus footage. I guess that's where they're gonna sleep tonight. We'll see. I don't really care. I'm over it.